I think it really just depends on, again, what the goal is. I think, if you're in, a profession, taxi driver, more blue collar work, it could work for your benefit in that, again, it shows what you do on a day-to-day basis. So you can always leverage that to create other opportunities for yourself. So if you're a taxi driver or something, for instance, you could do Snapchat series, a day in the life of being a taxi driver. You never know. HBO might see that and go, oh, we should do a documentary on him. He's meeting a lot of people just day to day.
What is really happening is that 3-4 years ago, you would say it was probably minimal impact, but it's clear that there's a huge impact. Think about the elections that happened. A lot of the information that was being spread was coming on from social media and then being downloaded into the Facebook profiles of 6-7 million Nigerians and who were interacting with the news.
Yes, I definitely do. I would say more so from a governance perspective, so being able to keep track on the bills, the laws, and what our current administration is doing. I think it's able to help them become more informed in what we're doing as far as governance.
Yeah, I think it depends in life, whatever you use it for, it depends what you want to use it for. I feel like social media can be very impactful positively. Even just speaking from my little experience on Instagram, I've had a lot of emails, a lot of DMs of young girls maybe in school that they say very inspiring and very encouraging things. So it does show you that, okay, even though to you it may just be pictures or words or quotes, it can actually positively touch other people in their lives.
Facebook, I think, has definitely penetrated the masses. And for example, I remember one time I had this guy that used to drive me, and whenever he was in the car on his downtime, he was on Facebook. He didn't have a smartphone. He had a Nokia phone, but it was colored, and he was always on Facebook. So I do think that there's specific social medias that have penetrated the masses, social media platforms that are not as data heavy, and Facebook also spent a lot of time and a lot of research in trying to find a way to make sure that their Facebook was effective for the kind of data speed that we have in Nigeria, which is the reason why Facebook is so popular in Nigeria. Instagram is still more data heavy, it still requires high bandwidth, so it might take a little bit of time for that to penetrate the masses, and Snapchat and things like that.
Second thing, a couple of things have changed. In the old days, when you wanted to put out information, you call a press conference and 200 people. Now you literally just do a tweet and people pick it up, depending on if the source is credible or not, and then it goes viral. So they know that it does cascade down to the common man.
You have to be creative, and I think that social media really gives you an opportunity to be creative. You don't have to fight with mainstream media because you are your own media. So I think you should take advantage of it. Sometimes we get into jobs that we don't really like and we don't feel passionate about, but there's ways to use social media to make those jobs more interesting and more fun. And who knows, if you got a great cab driver who starts doing Snapchat stories with some of the people who are in the cab with him, he might get a whole bunch of other kids who say, I think I want to be a cab driver now. So you just never know the impact that you can have. I think social media is a phenomenal tool for globally.